Hi, good to see you. I'm Max, and in this video, in this new episode of the Random Weekly Update series, we will talk face camera about DAOs and the future of Cardano in general regarding governance. So, I think it was today, this morning actually, that I tweeted about the fact that there is a protocol based on Ethereum which is called Iron. You may have heard of it. It's pretty huge. And they are literally now employing people, and all of it through their decentralized autonomous organization, all of it through their DAO. Like it's huge because you're thinking about the fact that there are people in this world right now who are employed by decentralized autonomous organizations which are governed by thousands of token holders, which can all submit proposals on where it should be going and where, and it's crazy. It really is. And when you look at the protocol, for example, they are employing a ton of people, especially for DAO. And what's incredibly interesting is that they have now added a feature which essentially makes that at the end of each year, the team members will need to be voted on again for another year. Essentially, as a team member, when you join the team and and the token holders agree through a vote that you can join the team, you have a 1 year contract, if I'm saying like that. And after that year, you need to be voted on again so that you can continue working on Iron for another year, and so on. So essentially, you have this form of accountability towards the token holders, which is pretty huge, especially as I guess some of the team members agreed to do it, because if it passed, it means that they, either a large part of the community agreed to do it, or some of the community members agreed to do it, and some team members agreed to do it. And so it's pretty incredible to see that we have today decentralized organizations which employ people in a fully decentralized way, which are accountable to the token holders, and which also have stake in the game, right? Because they have a fixed amount of, in this case, the token is called Wi-Fi, and they have a fixed amount of Wi-Fi which is essentially locked. It's kind of like with a vesting schedule, and so they also have stake in the game. So it's in their best interests to make sure that on a long-term perspective, the protocol succeeds. But that's where there is also a little problem, right? Because there is this 1 year contract thing, they are technically incentivized to only deliver at the end of it, kind of like politicians, I guess, in order to gain, voting shares in the public. And so, there are things which, when you do one thing, it seems sometimes good, but it also opens the door to something else. And so there are always these, these, not sure what to call it, these side effects. That's it. That was the word I was looking for. These side effects, which you don't necessarily plan initially, and which you notice, and that's annoying, right? So it will be interesting to see how this protocol specifically builds out and how it develops on a long-term perspective. But now, to focus more on Cardano specifically, I think what's very interesting is that we could have the same with Voltaire, right? We could have a system where we have, for example, a special council, for example, which would be in charge of certain specific decisions, and you would be able to vote on them, and they would have clear accountability. they would have a clear incentive, and essentially they would be employed by a decentralized protocol. I think that's just insane, right? Like, being employed by a decentralized protocol, that's just wow. Like, it's like if you were employed by a community of the internet. Like, it's just most of these people, like the team members, don't even know them, right? Like, they just don't know them. They never met, and then they just know them through the internet, through social media and that kind of stuff. So it's just incredibly interesting how this space is moving forwards. And I think that with Cardano, we have the opportunity to also move in that kind of way of doing things, where instead of just essentially recreating what's in our current society and putting it on the blockchain, we have the ability here to build a new way of doing things, to innovate, to do it differently. And I think we truly need to use this opportunity to make, in that regard, the world better, because we have the opportunity. And I think, at the end of the day, whether it's Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, or whatever it is, some project will eventually succeed. Right now, it's mostly Ethereum. I think Cardano has its chances. I think Polkadot too, actually. But long term, it will be interesting to see which governance mechanisms work. I think the Wi-Fi governance mechanism is a bit radical. At least, maybe not radical, but kind of too politics focused, if I may say like that, because of these 1-year contracts. But yeah, we will see, I guess. Thank you for watching this video. Please share, share it with your friends. Follow us on YouTube and on Twitter. And yeah, leave a comment if you liked it. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.